mothers the mother has been a question that I have thought about again and again ever since I gave birth in 2023. Becoming a mom in this day and age is the trip of a lifetime. It is the most incredible experience. But postpartum is when this question really was highlighted to me. It became apparent that who is mothering the mother. When you give birth to your child, you find that you are not just mothering your baby, but you will be in the process of re-mothering yourself, because it's like when you have a child, all of these things start coming up. You are suddenly, even if you have done inner child work, even if you have done shadow work, things that you might have thought that you healed will come back to the surface to take a look at it. And it might be from a different perspective, because our brains are different. Our brains are different when we become moms. Mothers are not being taken care of right now. Who mothers the mother comes up, because people have forgotten how to take care of mothers. Whether you are a new mother, whether you have been a mother for 7 years, 10 years, but especially in the tender days of postpartum. I feel like postpartum is 7 years, because we go through 7-year cycles, and from 0 to 7, your child, is very closely connected to you. You share like an auric field. The more they progress in age, they kind of, move a little bit further and further from you, gaining their own independence as their consciousness is grounding down into earth, because from ages 0 to 7, they're operating in this very theta subconscious realm. Their consciousness is not fully here yet. And so we feel that. We feel that. But anyway, for me, becoming a mom has made me really see that people don't know what the fuck they're doing. We have gotten so far away from how to nurture the mother as we complete this rite of passage, as we go through this rite of passage, because becoming a mother, giving birth, it's an initiation. You go from the maiden to the mother, and in that process, we need tender love and care. We need guidance. We're supposed to be having guidance from our elder grandmothers, but where are the elders? We have a bunch of olders these days, as I like to call them. Most of our elders right now, I can't even, point the finger at them and judge them, because so many things have happened to break our generations down and to, separate us from each other and to strip the wisdom away from us. It's still here in our wombs. These things can never die, but they've been stifled so far down that we have to do a lot to bring those things back up, to unearth those things and, become conscious of how to mother the mother as she, we need help. And we're just on these isolated islands, and everybody's acting like it's all good, but it's not. And we're in this place right now where the maternal mental health can no longer be ignored. I think we are hitting this breaking point. We're hitting this breaking point. Everyone is seeing mothers are snapping. And can you blame them? I can't blame them, because I know how it feels to, to enter this state. And thank God, I have a very strong spiritual foundation, but I've still been going through it. And so I think about mothers who don't know that their ancestors are walking them and guiding them every step of the way. Sometimes it's tough to remember that we have all of these, we have guides, guardians, angels in the spirit realm that we cannot see, because everything feels so we need physical support, right? But when we don't have physical support, we have to turn to the spiritual. I've had to turn to the spiritual over and over and over again to remind myself that I am not alone, because my physical reality has made me feel like this is all that there is. This is true. What is true is that I don't have anyone to guide me through this. This helped me immerse myself even deeper into my ancestral practice and really lean on plants, animals, plant spirits, animal spirits, my female ancestors, generations and generations and generations back, before my lineage was broken, before my DNA was altered, distorted, before we were stripped of our indigenous ways. Who mothers the mother? We are in this process right now, millennials and Gen Z who are having children. We're in this space right now where we're going to have to be mothering each other, you know, because like we are going to be the new grandmothers. And I say, like, as I mother my daughter, I'm preparing already to be a grandmother, because like I have to change it in my lineage. I have to. As I mother her, I'm thinking, okay, I'm just looking far into the future. I'm thinking about the 7 generations ahead of me. Not just where we are now, but I'm looking ahead. So I create a foundation and I do certain healing work that supports years and that supports generations to come. And I'm having to like really, you know, be precise in my remothering process, because if I am not mothering myself, remothering myself, you know, how will I be in a particular state to mother my daughter properly when she has children? To be there as a grandmother when I have grandchildren. I pray so much for the healing of all mother lines, because, you know, we are walking around with this separation between women, even like just particularly within families, like mothers not supporting their daughters, grandmothers not supporting their granddaughters, having to outsource support to feel cared for, to make it through the day in one piece. Who mothers the mother when everyone has forgotten how to care for her? When everyone is so focused on the baby, you know, but if the mother is not right, no one will be, because the mother is the woman. The mother is the heart of her home. If she is unwell, the whole family is unwell. Mothers deserve better. We are literally like what keeps this world going. Everyone is either a mother or a mother's child. Something that I've noticed, this pattern, is like when a woman becomes a mother, you know, most of the times our mothers are not there for us. And I see this as an excuse now. I know it's a very real reality for them, but it's an excuse to me, because I feel like we need to do better and, you know, break free from and heal from these traumatic experiences. It's the mother wound that runs so deep, but like mothers are not mothering their daughters that became mothers because they were unmothered. Instead of using like, because this is where I am, I'm like, well, I didn't receive this, this, and this. Well, that's inspiring me to do this, this, and this, to heal this, this, and this, instead of just staying like, well, you know, my mom didn't do this for me, so, you know, like, hands up. No, because my daughter deserves better, and I deserve better too. So I just see that a lot with the older generations. They're just like, they've been stuck for a very long time because of the trauma that they went through with their mothers. And so I find that millennials and Gen Z were having to do so much lineage work. And I think that's part of, you know, our soul purpose. I think that, you know, cosmically we agreed to this, and we are our ancestors. So, you know, like, I really can't blame anybody, because if we are in this situation, that means like we were a part of the problem too. So we also have to be a part of the solution. Knowing this cosmically like doesn't take away the pain sometimes, though, because we're human, because I'm human, and it hurts to be so lonely sometimes, to feel so alone, to feel like, you know, like, what about me? Don't I deserve to feel cared for, to be taken care of, to be mothered, to be nurtured? what brings me peace is, I just imagine all that I will be able to do for my daughter because of what I'm doing for myself. So mothers will be remothered. Mothers will be mothered properly the way that we are meant to be. We are remembering, we are reawakening to, our indigenous, our ancient truths the way we, are meant to be taken care of. We are remembering. We're reweaving that thread.